Today on the Lowdown, in Down Syndrome podcast, Niall McNeil give us the lowdown on life as an artist with Down syndrome. Over to you, Hannah and Marilla.
Today, our episode is focused on the performing arts in honor of the Down Syndrome Film Festival, which took place March 18th at Burnaby's James Cowan Theatre. Today, we have the pleasure of speaking with Niall McNeil. Niall's feature film, Lay Down Your Heart, was the premier attraction, along with two short films starring people with Down syndrome, Raising Ava Rose and Minding My Own Business. The films were presented to a full house during the film festival, and we were so lucky to be part of that group. Niall McNeil has been involved with theater from an early age through his lifelong association with the Caravan Farm Theater. Niall was an ensemble member of Vancouver's Leaky Heaven Theatre show since its inception in 1999 under the direction of the company's founder, Stephen Hill. Niall and Marcus Youssef have written two Jesse Richardson Theatre Award-winning plays together. The first one, Peter Panties, in 2011, and King Arthur's Knight in 2017. Peter Panties received a Critics' Choice Innovation Award. King Arthur's Knight received an award for Best Play by a Large Ensemble.
In 2022, the NFB documentary Lay Down Your Heart premiered at the Vancouver International Film Festival. Directed by Marie Clements, Niall was both a creative collaborator and the subject of the film. The film won an Audience Award for portraits. Hi, Niall, and welcome to the Lowdown podcast. It's great to have you with us.
Gracias.
What a pleasure. We're so delighted that your film was the feature film for the Down Syndrome Film Festival. Mm-hmm. And before we talk to you about that, we would love to ask you a few of our warm-up questions. Are you ready for that?
Oh.
Okay, let's go for it. First question is, what is your favorite thing for breakfast?
Today I have cereal, banana, and a coffee.
Perfect. No breakfast without coffee. I agree. Absolutely. My next question for you is, what is your favorite movie?
I like my favorite movie is Bring It On.
Bring It On?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, very spirited.
I know.
Very fun.
That's the movie about cheerleaders, right, Niall?
Yeah, I like cheerleaders.
Oh, great. Awesome. I
They're
love
very
that.
funny.
It is a funny movie. I agree. Okay, now I'm going to take over for the next couple of questions. What do you like to do to relax after a long day?
Well, this is a long day. I watch Bonanza,
Oh, okay.
and I did not hang out a lot in my studio in the
Okay.
backyard. Paintings. I might do some on Saturday.
Great. Oh, painting in a nice studio outside sounds very relaxing.
I hope it's gonna be like a nice day, so I can open up the door inside.
That sounds lovely.
But if it gets too cold, then I put it down.
Yeah, great. And that sounds like that's going to be a great relaxing weekend for you too. So that's awesome.
I am pretty unwell, but I am getting better.
Great. That's awesome. Niall, what's your favorite game to play with family and friends?
Well, with my sons and my ex-wives, we played I think Life.
Oh yeah, the game of life.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a board game, right?
Yeah, we do a lot. Not so much board games, but I love board games if I get too bored.
Yeah, that's true.
Some board games are boring. Absolutely.
Yeah, after a certain point, you just are like all done. So,
Yeah.
Well, thank you for answering some of those fun questions. Our audience gets to know you a little bit better now, so that's great. Niall, let's talk a little bit about, you had a very unique childhood surrounded by artists. What do you remember from that time when you were younger?
Oh, I was with my dad. I was that younger. I just a lot of stuff. I hang out with my dad and my brother.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to talk about it right now because I just lost my father. But
Yeah.
but it's just memories.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And you were surrounded by lots of artists too, right? So
Yeah.
what kind of artists were you surrounded by when you were younger? Like painters, singers, what kind of?
Well, roughly, I'm surrounded with people who being my friends,
Mm-hmm.
family friends in Toronto. They're mostly artists as well. Because Colin, he was a magician.
Oh, okay.
He's a lead clown, and Cirque du Soleil, along with his wife Mino, which is my daughter. I'm surrounded because people love me, and that's who I am.
That's lovely. Yeah. So surrounded by all sorts of creative people.
Creative people, my guess is Marie.
Mm-hmm.
Marie, he's in Costa Rica, and she's an artist too. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be in a short film. In the I don't know what's it called, but I am. It's called the Story Room,
Okay.
and she will give me a part after the Story Room. So
Wow.
I am a writer. I am a director. So I kind of want to share that information.
Great. That's awesome. And Niall, you talked a lot about the people that are surrounded you that are artists. What kind of art are you interested in?
I like to paint,
Mm-hmm.
sketch. I watch Bonanza and I sketch
Okay.
on a production, not this production, but the other production of Beauty and the Beast My Life, and doing lots of sketches.
Mm-hmm.
I do sketching and put paint in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a carpenter.
Oh, wow.
So I like to, and also I'm learning to be using a video camera as well.
Oh, okay. So that's a lot of really great art areas that you're interested in. So you're doing painting, sketching, carpentry work. That's amazing. You mentioned that you also like to do some directing and learning how to use a camera. That's like a Renaissance man.
Yes. We did a long film. It's called Chaos' Night.
Mm-hmm.
The director's name is John Bolton.
Mm-hmm.
It's a longer period time there.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you're right. Yeah, we did. It's a longer period of time, and I can't believe we're all going back up the game, but we don't know what time and what day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What inspires you, Niall?
What? Sorry.
What inspires you?
Expired means to me it's I'm a good person. People all around me at DSOF, and mostly in my theater work, theater artists and artistic directors starstruck, and I did several plays at the farm. That's what is inspiring me.
Mm-hmm. So you're inspired by the people around you. You're inspired by theater.
Yeah, mostly theater and people.
Great.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us a little bit about some of your early projects. So what are some of the first plays that you did? Peter Panties. Can you tell us some of the other ones?
The Peter Panties it was a joke.
It sounds like a comedy.
Yeah,
For people who
it's,
didn't see it, it sounds very funny.
Yeah, it's funny, but you can't see actual panties.
Okay.
This is about Wendy and Peter are finding a way to be flying all the way to Neverland.
Okay.
And I mix a little bit of Shakespeare. One is Macbeth. That means we can't say those words. Like, that's by luck. So I just want to say Scottish play. And for Peter Panties, it's a musical. There's a music. There's music and lyrics by me. There are a lot of the lyrics. I think it's beautiful. I can't believe we won that reward. I feel proud and yeah.
Absolutely. That's wonderful.
One of your projects that got a lot of national attention here in Canada and even international attention too was your play, King Arthur's Knight. Can you tell us a little bit about the process of creating that show and bringing it and getting it ready for the stage?
The crossing to the stage, I don't think. Oh yes, it is a stage. We did the stage version first.
The stage version was first.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then John came along. His last name is Bortman. He wants to be a documentary about King Arthur's film at Harrison.
So it originally was a stage production.
It
and
was.
Since then, it's also had a documentary made about the stage production.
Yes.
Okay. And you've been involved the whole way along. Sounds like a very long process.
Yes, it was been on protest, but because us writers, we had to do lots of cuts and stopping and cue to cue. And that takes time. We gotta stay patient.
Yeah. The cool thing about that play was that you did a lot of the writing too, didn't you, Niall?
Mostly me and sometimes Marcus.
Okay. Great.
Sometimes Marcus and I have been working at least 4 years for 5. I'm speechless. I don't know.
It's a lot of effort to get a production all the way prepared, and then how great that a documentary was also made about King Arthur's Knight. That's awesome.
Yeah, we don't know about the screening of the King Arthur thing, but it's going to be a lot of editing for John, and John just have a baby Cyrus right now, so he can't really.
Busy, yeah.
Yeah. Sure. How do you feel when you're performing for people?
I think when I first got on stage, I was nervous.
Oh, yeah.
Until I get used to it, I just need to stand up and act. And the audience look at me like, we got to move around, have fun.
So you can enjoy it more now.
Yeah. I think mostly it's about enjoy this film I'm making right now.
And you're very experienced as an actor. It's been a couple of, your whole life, it sounds like, really, but certainly a couple of decades in these bigger productions. Has it gotten easier over time to kind of get in the zone?
It's a bit hard in the beginning, and now it's getting easier and easier to be a professional actor and professional community.
Yeah.
Absolutely. In 2022, your feature film, Lay Down Your Heart, was premiered at the Vancouver International Film Festival, and it won the Audience Award, which is amazing. Can you tell us, what is that film about?
Well, let's see. All my drawings for... I've been sketching about 5 years or more. It's about my life, my blood related, which is my mom and my dad, and my dad's big side, a big family. His father is Jim. Somehow in the Better is about my career family at the caravan. My actual sons are like Paul and Martin, John Millard, and those guys out of the theater world.
Okay.
And this is about the boxes cover with sketch in the past. This is about my life. It's not nobody's life. It's my life, and I figure it's about me and Marie, and our relationship with Marie and I are family. We're getting to know each other. And then I got married to her since after the war.
As part of the story.
And I was a bit like a command officer. I was a commander.
So it's a real blend of all of the parts of your life, from your biological family and extending into your theater world, like chosen family, and what you imagine about that kind of parts of the story too. And you took on a lot of roles for making this film. You wrote it, you acted in it, you were writing songs, you were painting. Did you have one part that was the most challenging for you?
Why this trying to be a challenging is listen to the movie director.
Okay, tell me about that. Are they
No,
bossy?
she's good, man. Oh,
Were they bossy?
That's what I said.
She would get so angry at me. Say, no, I don't think she's that bossy. It's kind of listen to them. Listen what she's saying.
A real collaboration.
Yeah, collaborations. Move this, move that. That's her. But no, I learned it from John, and I think Marie's a best. Actually, tell the truth, Marie and I are being really good friends. Yeah, just friends, and yeah. I can't remember the rest.
No, I think it's great.
Yeah.
People who watch the film, both at the Vancouver International Film Festival and the Down Syndrome Film Festival, love the film. And seeing, your film won the audience award. So it's clear that people love this film. How does it feel for you to know that your art moves people in this way and causes these emotions in people?
I think some art can warm some people up. And some art is like pretty cool and warm and hot to the space. And to the room we worked on, it's a warehouse. And we're just stranded there because it's so hot. Very hot outside and hot in the green room. Because we're doing a lot of interviews. And because what my dad would say, Niall, you're a people person. Yeah, that's why he. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And having seen the movie too, it definitely is moving. So it must feel good that people really loved the movie for you, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes we have to control our tempers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
just
true.
control it. It's not about that, because this piece is kind of people to see. It's a lot. We shoot it at Guyana in the spare house, and it's lots of sets and some set pieces. The guy's name is James Boltman. He's a set designer. Goes on a ferry and go to Galliano and set it up for.
Oh, wow.
for
Over at
us.
Galliano.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. It's a lot of moving pieces.
So that means after he's done, then we come up, and it takes. I think I've done movies in the past with John, but now I know what this guy do is, so something like that.
It does sound like it takes a lot of patience to wait for everybody to do their role in the process of making a film like this, and giving everyone the time that they need to get their piece of the project done.
I'm good.
Yeah, great.
Well, Niall, you were almost nearing the end. You talked about all these amazing people that you work with. So you said James Baldwin, is that his name?
James Boatman.
Oh, Boatman, sorry. So James Boatman is a writer that you work with.
No, he's not a writer.
Okay.
He's a set designer.
Oh, he's the set designer. Okay. So
and he's a artist.
Okay.
As well. He's busy with all the productions he needs to set up first.
Yeah, he's involved in a lot of productions.
Yeah, he does.
Can you tell us a little bit about some of your other team members? So you said Marie was your director.
Yes. So a very top movie director is Marie Clements.
Marie Clements, yeah.
And the writer, myself, and Marie. Because Marie is a writer, and she's directed Edward Curtis, and we have a senior. No, it's not really a senior, but he's 50. I can't remember his age. His name is Mike McKinley.
Okay.
He's video camera takes over.
Okay.
And sound, his name is Ramses. He's really good at makes really good sound effects for the war stuff.
Great.
And we have a bass wardrobe. I can't remember her name. And we have an executive producer for NFB, Shirley.
Okay.
And last and not least is Wes helping us to take photos. He's done it he's been in NFB for a long time. I like to learn and podcast on video cameras.
Yeah. And then last but not least, one of the important parts of your team is your mom, Joan.
Yes.
Do you want to talk to us a little bit about her and how she helps you be creative?
Oh, she is my, oh God. She is my mom. She's one of the kind. What she does is she's one of the supportive for people who have disability like me. Her job is to give me some activities. I need to be out for an hour and a half with the staff support from Spectrum. And there's food, and sometimes she can do my laundry once in a while. But it's not.
Always love it when parents and moms can help with laundry. I agree.
I don't think she would appreciate that.
I know. That's because I am one.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. I get in trouble for those things, too.
I'm a dad, too. So I know how you're feeling.
Well, that's
she's one of the supportive for NFB and my dear friend Elizabeth Barrett. She's one of my friends from Studio 58.
Great. It's so great to have all that support so you can be creative and do what you love to do.
And that's my school, too. I got the diploma from the Cap and Saw. And she fought it to look at me at the Kinasa's night in my studio 858.
Awesome.
It was so extraordinary to see those bright people and beautiful eyes.
Oh, extraordinary to see all those people supporting you. That's awesome.
Yeah, and my birthday, by the way, is coming up pretty soon in March.
How old are you going to be? Or is that rude to ask?
Well, 41.
Oh,
I'm too old.
No way. 41 is still young.
And I cannot wait for next year's birthday, but it takes time to
Great.
No, this year, then next year.
Yes, exactly.
Next year I'll be 42, but now it's 41.
Great. So Niall, just to kind of end our episode today, you know, you're a busy guy. You always
Yes.
have a project on the go. Can you tell our listeners what's coming up? What are you working on right now?
What's coming up is BBML, which is Beauty and the Beast My Life.
Beauty and the Beast, My Life. Okay.
I'm the artistic director for this protest.
Great.
And we do have 4 digital performers. I can name them. Billy Metkinsky, Sophia Wolf, and there's Kate and Jolene. And Billy right now is getting one more dancer.
Okay.
And this is about a same piece, but it will be at the Caravan Farm Theater for a residency.
Great.
What is it? A residency there?
Ah,
Yeah, and
wonderful.
the Estelle, our artistic director, invited us to be up there for 4 days, for 10 days. We don't know.
Okay.
It's 4 days.
That sounds lovely.
And the last but not least, Estelle's partner named Ivan.
Mm-hmm.
He used to live in Victoria for the Belfry Theater, and now he's a director and manager at the farm.
Fantastic. It must be exciting to go back to the Caravan Farm because that's kind of where it all started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm going back to the caravan to catch some cribbage for this one's called the people who started the farm, which is the originals.
Oh, okay. Get some footage
Like
for
that's
that.
the odd project. I'm too busy.
Yeah, I
It
know.
sounds like you're very busy.
You're very busy.
Yes. Absolutely.
Great.
And
Well,
my name is Niall Patrick McNeil Gillespie, named after my dad.
beautiful. Well, Niall Patrick McNeil, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us today. And
What?
congratulations on all your success. We're very proud of you. And hopefully we'll have you back on again to talk about another project.
Yeah. Maybe for next project, I like to get more broadcasting about. It's called The Ballad of Niall McNeil.
Oh, okay.
But we have 4 more episodes. It could be like
Okay.
early spring, very early spring, and midsummer. So it
Beautiful.
could be 4 more episodes. My dollars, $2 of mine. Were one is an editor and one is a director.
Great.
So I will let her know to come in Vancouver.
Okay, great. We'll keep it on our radar. Thanks so much, Niall.
Thank you.